Hello everybody and welcome back to Shamrock Valley. It's going to be a very busy afternoon because what we need to do is go and harvest our oilseed rape field, which is field number 37. We actually have two fields to harvest with the combine harvester. We've got field number 3 as well, and field number 1 is actually potatoes, so that'll be obviously with a potato harvester. The reason why I'm starting today, which is still the same day as the previous episode, is basically because it's not looking good. If you take a look at the forecast here, yeah, it's a bit wet. We can still do the harvesting in the autumn, so Monday, but that is quite late for our oilseed rape crop, so I'd like to just get that done at least. If we don't get field number 3 done, that is not a problem. We can do that on Monday or even Wednesday if it's dry enough. But yeah, 37 I'd love to get done. So it's a bit of a race against time since it's already 2:30 and we're not even set up yet. So let's just go over here and begin. What has happened here? I'll sort that out in a minute, but yes, what we have is the majestic trailer just here, the Larrington trailer. Very nice trailer to have, and that is going to be towed by, I would have thought, the Claas tractor. Yeah, failing that it would be the Fiat, but unlikely. So here it is, the Claas Mega, I think it's a Dominator Mega 208. Just very, very carefully get out of here. For some reason, the machines seem to have closed up and crashed into each other. I'm not too sure why that would be. So I'm going to sort some things out, and then we can start the big journey over to field number 37. Hang on, what have I hit? What have I hit? Possibly there was a collision just sticking out a bit. Okay, so yeah, we'll get the header, put it on the trailer, and then get the Claas tractor and attach that to the Larrington trailer, and we'll take them both over to field number 37 together. There'll be no bales, I don't think, although we do have the mod to basically bale the canola straw, so we'll see how we go. Actually, I might do. It's another source of income. That's the combine harvester sorted. Now for the trailer. Such a nice trailer, this. And yeah, quite a big one, so you can fit, well, probably actually the whole field into there. With it being oilseed rape, it is going to be not a huge amount of crop that we get off it, but it is going to be worth quite a bit when we come to sell it. Ooh, I've left that door open. Big mistake. The cows will be out in no time. Okay, I'll put this onto a worker. It can follow us in the combine harvester. There is no chance I'm going to have the combine following us because it's just going to end up in a ditch. So yeah, we'll put the beacons on and we'll go. It's going to be a nice leisurely drive over to our field. It's a very scenic route. I have been this way before. And I think my steps just got caught on something. Looks like all the other farmers around here have already done their harvest, so we are very late. I don't know how they found the time. I suppose they might not be livestock farmers as well. I began to worry there. I thought that was our field. Somebody else has harvested it, but no. This is ours, thankfully. Looks a bit thin. I'm sure it'll be a good yield though. Oh, it better not be blocking the road. They're indicating in but not moving. Interesting. Okay, let's get set up and we can begin. Ah, that's probably facing the wrong way. I might be able to get in there. If I just, we'll stop the tractor. We'll take the trailer off there. I'll reverse into the undergrowth. Should be enough space to attach it to the header trailer. There we go. Good. Unfold the combine harvester and put the reel up on the header. Has to be quite high. Let's start. Yeah, I'm really hoping it's not going to take too long. Ooh, it's a bit laggy. There we go, good. So yeah, we've got the workload indicator. We can't overload it. I can remember on FS15 there was a mod which actually allowed you to overload it and you had to jump out and unblock it, so I'm not too sure if this mod is the same. It would certainly look like it, considering it has a workload indicator. I'll try not to miss anything. It's very loud water actually. I've probably got my sound effects set too high, unless it's not coming through too loud in the video. That's good that we're keeping it around 50 or 60% workload. Not too strenuous for it. I suppose with a bigger header, the harder it will be. So it probably could take a larger header than this. And in fact, I don't know if this is the biggest one. C600. I thought it was, but I'm not too sure. It looks like we're working at around 5.5 to 6-ish hectares per hour, which is pretty good. Which is also about 10,000, 11,000 litres per hectare. Yeah, that sounds alright. 30% full. So yes, what I've done is I've decided not to put the straw in a swath for baling. In fact, we're going to put the nutrients back into the ground. Obviously it means we get less money, but it is easier, and with the rain coming, it's probably just going to rot the straw anyway. I've just noticed there is a backlog, but it's not our trailer. That is not our trailer doing that. We're off the road. They're just bad drivers. We're ready to unload. It looks like the traffic managed to clear. Well done to them. Right, beacons off as well, we don't need to keep them on. But yeah, I think it's highly likely that everything's going to fit into this one trailer. Might only be about half full. Because yeah, it's a very valuable crop, but you don't get an awful lot of it. Similar to the soybeans. I wonder what the price is currently. Let's just go across to here. We actually do have some in storage. The price is alright over at Ballymorey stores. Did anybody watch Ballymorey when they were younger? I suppose you might still watch Ballymorey now. I'm not even sure if it's still on television. Who knows? I used to enjoy it. Except for PC Plum, who was absolutely useless. I can remember, and this sounds a bit sad actually, considering I'm in my 20s now, but I can remember the episode when PC Plum had to catch a ferry, but he missed it because he started singing about a coloured house. Like, he couldn't choose what coloured house, whether it was pink, yellow, red, orange. He couldn't choose which house to go to first before he caught the ferry, so he missed it. Well done, PC Plum. But no, I can assure you I do not watch Ballymorey anymore, although I did enjoy it when I was younger. I'm sure if I watched it now it would seem very different. When you look back at these, you know, children's TV programs and stuff when you're a bit older, they just don't seem the same, do they? I suppose they come across as a bit, well, childish, quite rightly, but they were good fun at the time. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Ballymorey, take a look on Wikipedia or something, it will all be on there. Well, we're doing alright here. We're actually not too far off completion. I would say we're definitely going to get it into one more load of the combine, so yes, there is absolutely no rush here. We would never need another worker to do this with us because it's just so simple. Anyway, this is probably a good time for me just to mention about the survival series. I am hoping to have an episode on Saturday and Sunday. If I do one on both days, it means we're all caught up. There'll be no missing episodes from previous weekends. I did do one on Tuesday, I think it was. So, yes, that was the one to fill in the gap. But I've not recorded any yet, so I can't say for sure if there is going to be one on both days, but there's definitely going to be one on one of the 2 days. The weekend does seem to be the best time for it. And so far, I would say that everybody, at least mostly everybody, is enjoying it. A few people complained about my impressions and impersonations for Dennis and Gary, but I just think it brings it alive a bit more if you have a different voice. I could speak in my normal voice, but then it would be much harder as well to distinguish the two characters that are talking at the time. So that's why I do a different voice. It also gives them a bit of personality as well. I think we all know what personality Dennis has. Probably the world's most popular person. The final section. I have missed a few bits actually. I can see the odd plants of canola. Would it be a plant of canola? I suppose it would be. Which I've missed. It's not going to accumulate to too much, but it still doesn't look very good to miss anything. I know that quite a few people do get quite mad when I miss the odd bit, so I'll try my best to get everything. I'll have to go back to those bits down there. I suppose if you're watching in a low resolution, you won't even see them. They'll just blur into one. That is the problem when you upload a video, especially if it's a low bit rate. The crops can go a bit fuzzy, so you can't really see them very well, especially canola, actually, which is this crop. Can look wait, in fact it looks quite fuzzy now, even as I play, because I'm quite zoomed out. If you zoom in it's fine, but yeah, it's a bit of a shimmery effect it gives you with a low bit rate. Right, we're 59% full, so it's definitely going to fit in, and the trailer is 29% full, so assuming we have another full load of this, it looks like it's going to be about 58%, probably about 55% in the trailer, which isn't much, but it's still going to be worth quite a bit. After this job, I think we'll try and move on to the next field, which will be tomorrow. It depends how quickly the rain comes. If it's not until later, we'll likely get the whole field done. It would be nice to have the whole field done, but we'll just have to see how we go. And we're finishing off. I'm going to do the bits like I said. We're not going to leave them, but it won't be very exciting to see them being done, so I'm just going to very, very quickly go over there and just harvest them. Yep, that's all of that done. Actually, there's a few pieces down here as well. By the way, hopefully it's much easier to hear me in this video. The sound issue has been fixed, and it turns out it was the Steam chat system. Whenever I start the microphone on a live chat, it would basically drop the microphone volume without me even realising, and then it would remain like that until it's changed again, manually. So it messes up everything, even playing FS. Very strange. So I don't know if it's caused by Windows 10 or just Steam in itself, but it was definitely the Steam chat. Okay, that should do. I think we are done. So yeah, the combine is 78% full, so it's not even going to be 55% in the trailer. Probably between 45 and 50%. We'll see how we go. There is still a workload of 2%, even though we're not moving. I suppose that is just on the auger. Let's see if it disappears when it stops. No. Okay, maybe there is just always some workload. Or maybe it's because it's switched off. Let's just see. I'm not sure, but it seems like a good mod overall. Probably just a bit of an issue going back to 0. Okay, so I'm going to fold that up. And we do need to take the combine harvester over to field number 3. But I don't think it needs to be done today. We'll go and empty the trailer, and we'll go to sleep, and then we'll come back here tomorrow, providing the weather is good. If not, it'll be a few days' time. So I'll just park it up under this tree and keep it as dry as possible, although if it does rain heavily, it's going to be quite tricky to keep it dry. There we go. But yeah, even if we're going to harvest, it's going to be before the rain. No way we're going to do it after the rain. It would be far too wet. Right, off we go. I think we'll put the beacons on, and we're not going to sell this straight away. It's going to go into storage, which is a good question. Where is the storage? That's the question. I have no idea. Interesting. Shamrock Farm Barn. Scatterbrook Farm Barn. That's just across the road here. But that is not for cereal crops. So we'll just have to go and take a look, I suppose. I think it's a bit of a bonus, really, being able to harvest this today. Technically, we should have moved on to the next day, as it is 1 day per episode. But it was just a bit concerning that we would be basically stopped from doing the canola harvest or the oilseed rape harvest because of some rain. That's really annoying. I really don't know why the traffic stops on Farming Simulator. It's not just this map. So many maps do it. Weird. So we finish off with 11,335 litres of lovely oilseed. I think it's this way. Now what we need to do is find a good place to put it. Actually, thinking about it, it really would have to be a very good day before the rain comes to be worthwhile, because otherwise the straw is going to get wet as well, which would be absolutely no good at all. We can dry it and we can leave it, but it's just not ideal. Okay, I've probably been past the emptying, well, the tipping point many times before. I have, it's just up here. Funny how I just don't remember certain things until I see it again. There we go. So that can go into storage along with the other 6,000 litres, I think it was, roughly 6,000. So if we're lucky, it would be about 17,000. Yep, 17,915. Perfect. Right, I'm going to go to bed. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. But it's not looking that promising. But if it's later in the day, it won't be an issue. Oh no! I've left my door open, unless somebody's broken in. That door moved. That door moved! Oh no, wait, it's just my imagination going wild. Well, that doesn't look too bad. We got 11,660 pounds of milk. Very nice. That looks good. Today, we're going to shut the door. And we're going to take the tractor over to fill number 3 ready. I'm really hoping that we can make the most of this. It's still showing its sunshine as the main weather type, and rain isn't even on the horizon, so hopefully it is much later when it's going to rain. That would be very good. Now this day is likely going to be split in half again, so the next episode will be covering the baling, if it isn't too wet, and this episode is obviously covering the harvest of the field. Field number 3, yeah, it's up the next track, up the next road over here. They're still stopping then. They've not grown out of it yet. Here we go. It's the road for us, and we need to go to the left hand side. I also need to figure out a good place to put the combine harvester while we're actually doing the header. We need to take the header trailer off and obviously attach the header. I might go over here for the tractor. Plenty of space. Now for the combine. It's quite a long way from here. Cross country again. Luckily we can do 15 miles per hour. I think there's some combines which can only do about 11, I've used before. So 15 isn't too bad. Still very tight roads though. We could never have a bigger one, that's for sure. I'm going a slightly different way, since field number 3 is further down the cliff. So I think we have to go underneath the train line just here. It's a very scenic route. I might get lost. There are signs though. Main farm, yes, that must be the correct way. Although I might have just gone the long way around. We'll see how we go. It's probably not a shortcut at all. Oh no, it is. It's a shortcut. Phew, I actually made it worthwhile. Ah yes, we're next to fill number 4 and 5 again. That makes perfect sense, although I'm stuck on something. Probably some foliage. That is a big truck. That is huge. And its texture is like velvet or something. It's bigger than our combine. Wow. The king of the road. Okay then, so yes, it's going to be quite a big job this, and chances are it's going to have quite a few loads from the tractor and trailer as well, going back to the yard. So I need to pull over. Interesting it didn't crush the crop. And we need to just do this as quickly and as efficiently as possible. I really don't know how long this is going to take. We'll get as much done today as possible though. Okay, I think everything's alright. We're going to put this onto swath mode because we need to get some straw bales desperately. Let's change that. There we go. Perfect. So let's begin. And hopefully we're going to get a lot of grain out of it and also straw. You can see the workload is much higher for this crop. So yeah, we might block it accidentally. Hopefully not though. However, I would be quite interested to see what happens if you do overload it. I have a plan. Basically, the rain is on the forecast now, and I want the baler to follow us while doing the rest of the field. Now we could do that straight away, however, I'd like to just bale the headlands first and take the headland bales away completely, so they're not there to be crashed into, and it'll just make life very easy hopefully. So if I just put the combine harvester here, it's probably going to be in the way a bit, but we can work around it. We'll take the tractor and trailer over to the yard to empty, because it is pretty much full. I don't think it's going to take another load. 79%. So yes, we'll come back with the Fiat and yeah, the Fiat and the MAN truck to auto load the bales. Right. So yes, we'll be continuing with this tomorrow, and we'll do the whole thing before the rain comes. To do this, obviously we're going to use the square baler. This tractor is actually better for it. I suppose I could use this tractor and then put the Fiat on the trailer. Not a bad idea actually. I'll do that. And then we can use the higher horsepower tractor on the Heston baler. I'm hoping to also take the bale straight over to the store, over to the storage section of the map, the placeable area, and if all goes to plan, by the end of this episode we should have quite a few straw bales already in the bale storage facility. So put the trailer here, grab the baler which is just through here, I think I reversed it into the same shed as the lorry. This area does need a bit of a tidy up. Oh, I've left the PTO shaft attached. And at some point we're going to have to refuel this. We should have enough diesel for today, but tomorrow we'll have to remember that. There's the big pickup truck. Hopefully we don't get the lorry crashing into any cars. Seems to be alright. And yeah, this shouldn't really take too long, just 3 times around the field. I'm hoping the lorry is compatible with Heston bales. That's always the concern, incompatibility. See how we go. Well, with a bit of luck, that's going to all work. I think we can go a bit faster. Maybe not. It's going to be a little while until the first bale comes out. I'm also not too sure if we need to offset the lorry a bit more, because if it's following us directly, it's just going to crash straight into the bale and try and push it, which is no good at all. It's currently set to 2.5, would it be meters or feet offset? Anyway, yeah, we'll see how it goes. At least with a slight offset, it could also nudge the bale round, which would assist in the picking up. It looks alright actually, from here. There's the bale. And for some reason it didn't pick it up. Okay, so I've tried all 3 of the options, big bales, HD bales and also square bales, and it doesn't want to pick any of them up, which is a shame. It might work, because you can never rule out the possibility that I've just done something wrong. So I think what we will do is use the telehandler next time straight away, pick them all up with the CSZ bale spike and get them cleared. The good thing about them being the Heston bales is obviously you get quite a bit in each bale, so you have fewer bales, which is very useful. So yeah, there won't be any bales going into storage today. I'm going to try it again after the video and just make sure it is not compatible. But I couldn't get it to work just then, so yeah, I'm not too sure. Can you believe it? Why does everything come at once? We've just had a great demand for wool come through. Crikey. Well, it gives us something to do when the rain turns up. However, it's not going to last forever. I think it's usually 6 hours. So, yeah, by 6 PM, I think the deal will have gone. But it is a great demand for wool at the spinnery. So we mustn't forget this, or I mustn't forget it. Anyway, we're pretty much done here for today. It's going to be quite hectic in the next episode, but at least we're busy. We have lots to do. When we get to the end of here, we'll be done. That rain is imminent. I am a bit concerned now. But at least what we have harvested, we've now baled. So, yeah, the crop can still dry out if it does rain on it. Whereas the straw would be a bit different. Okay, so how many bales have we just produced? Excluding the one in the baler. 10? Wow. That is surprising. So yes, a very profitable field. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.